So, as I put on my makeup, I'm gonna talk about the biggest lie people believe once you move abroad. So, the biggest lie, most people think that once you move abroad, money starts flowing. That's not the case, my dear. Here, you have to work. Like some people even do two jobs, right? You have to work really hard, sacrifices, night shifts, for you to get that money. Like, it doesn't come easily as people think. The cost of living is much higher than most people realize it. Like the phone bills, because you have to pay your phone every month, rent, grocery shopping, and if you have a car, insurance, gas money. It's not as easy as most people think, and sometimes you do all that, you're left almost with nothing to send back home. And if you don't have relatives that who understand you, you end up devastated, right? Because you're trying to explain to them that you're left with nothing. And it's funny because most people don't believe that when you're here, you don't, when you're here, you don't lack money. Many migrants support two lives at once, right? You help your relatives and also your life here. And actually, life here is more expensive than back home. I see a lot of stories online where very young immigrants who are emotionally devastated because the family back home pressure them to be sending money. Like, if you tell them, they don't understand it, because especially if you're a student here, you cannot work more than certain hours, right? But back home, they think you're rich. They always asking for money. If you don't tell them, you don't have. When I was back home before coming abroad, I'll ask someone here for cash. When they told me they don't have, I never believed them. I used to think they're lying, right? Because how can you not have money and you're here? That was my thinking back then until I came here. You can lack here, literally, you can lack. And I feel like people back home should know that when you're here, you can also lack money, and it's real. Like, I feel like most relatives, they don't understand that. And it's sad because you may find someone supporting their own family, extended family, relatives, paying for relatives' school fees. Many migrants miss weddings, birthdays, funerals for their people back home, right? Not because they don't want to attend, but because you can't be affording to go every time because it's expensive. And living in such a life that you missed important events in your life for the people important to you, sometimes it can bring up emotional moments, and people don't understand enough that being here and you don't have someone, it's just you, your family is back home, that alone can make you feel otherwise, right? And the pressure also included. I feel like relatives should be more understanding. They should know that being here it doesn't mean that you are rich. Being here, it doesn't mean that now you can do everything with no help. Being here, it doesn't mean that you got it all, right? And that was me when I was in Kenya. I used to think that if you're here, you can do it all. If you're here, you can give everyone money. If you're here, why not give me money? You're here. And that's the mindset of most people back home. Like, they think if you're here, you automatically have money, lots and lots of money. My gosh, if only they knew how expensive life here, how you have to work long hours, how you have to sacrifice a lot of things just for you to sustain your life. And moving abroad doesn't automatically make someone wealthy. It takes a lot of hard work, patience, and discipline. Like, some people are here, but they live on the streets, right? So you have to work really hard for you to sustain that kind of life. I won't lie to you, there are a lot of opportunities here than back home. If you're hardworking, you can like make your life here, because home sometimes it's hard to get employment. But being here, it doesn't mean that, yeah, like you're a machine, you cannot get tired. Like I feel like relatives should, and I'll keep on insisting on that, because I've seen things online and it's so sad. Young people, I don't even want to talk about it. I'll keep on the, I'll keep on insisting. Relatives should be more understanding. They should understand there are people who are like in abroad working, looking for income. If someone tells you they don't have, I feel like you should understand and stop pressuring them and start telling them what that. Back home people may see like nice photos, vacations, like all those cute photos that you post on Instagram. That's not an everyday life, my dear. Those are just the highlights. But the real thing on the ground, people work really hard. I know back home, life is very hard. Like, it's so hard to get employment. Even some people even lack food. And I understand why people will ask for money when you're here, right? I don't blame them, because that's the mindset that most people have, that when you're here, you're rich. But I also feel like people should be more understanding, right? Because even here, people do struggle too. Some people see the country you're living in, but they don't see the sacrifices you make every day. And please, let's be checking on our loved ones, especially males. They tend to keep their things to themselves and they eat them up. For a girl, you'll cry it out, call your girlfriend, tell them you're not okay. But for men, they don't talk about it, and sooner or later you might hear something very tragic, right? So please, let's check on our loved ones who are abroad, because life here can be so lonely.